honest to goodness, I just saw an article from a few days ago in the Los Angeles Times. Here's Democrat leadership in 2020. You want to vote for this? This is from the Los Angeles Times. As holidays approach, California unveils new rules on family gatherings and social events. You want to get with your family at Thanksgiving? It's coming up. Christmas? Well, good luck if you live in California. Listen to the new rules. Rules. California released rules for socializing over the holidays. For example, attendance. These are the latest California rules. Gatherings that include more than 3 households are prohibited. This includes everyone present, including hosts and guests. Gather outdoors. Gatherings that occur outdoors are significantly safer than indoor gatherings. All gatherings must, not might or maybe, must be held outside. Attendees may go inside to use the restrooms as long as the restrooms are frequently sanitized. So I guess if you're not frequently sanitizing the restroom, you got to go in the woods. Okay, you go over there by the bird feeder, okay? That's where you go to the bathroom in California. This is Gavin Newsom, this lunatic governor, crazed with power, these tyrants. I mean, honest to goodness, gatherings may occur. This is for your Thanksgiving dinner in California. Again, right out of the Los Angeles Times. I'm not making a word of this up. Gatherings may occur in outdoor spaces that are covered by umbrellas, canopies, awnings, roofs, or other shade structures, provided that at least 3 sides of the space, or 75%, are open to the outdoors. So now, does Gavin Newsom send like people in with tape measures to make sure it's not 72% of the canopies, umbrellas, awnings, roofs, and other shade structures are providing at least 3 sides of the space open to the outdoors? You know what they're doing here in New York? New York is like Crazyville. I'm in an insane asylum. You know what they're doing in New York? They're blocking off streets, these poor restaurants that the tyrant leadership here won't let open. They've got... I don't mean to laugh because there's nothing funny about this year, but if you don't laugh, you'll lose your minds. They've erected all of these closed off tents in the streets in New York for outdoor dining, wink, wink, except it's going to be cold in New York. So the only way to have outdoor dining is to put up tents that are enclosed with heaters. So you're essentially inside on the street, and they think they're normal here. They're crazy. They've got tents that are all enclosed with heaters, space heaters, and they're zipping them all up, and the waiters are crawling in and outside of the closed-in tents, and de Blasio says, it's good. We got outdoor dining. They've blocked off streets. The cabs and the Ubers can't go up and down the streets because they got the streets closed for the tents that are in the streets because you're not allowed to eat more than 25% capacity inside the restaurant. I cannot get out of this place. A Saturday, I'm back in Florida where there is at least a little bit of normalcy. I don't know how crazy it is. This is how nuts they are. Now, you stop and consider this for a moment about COVID. You stop and think about the COVID leadership. All we've heard is that Trump botched the COVID response, right? Federal government blew it, right? That's what, if you think that, I dare you to call me and tell me how you can have this both ways. Trump and the federal government botched and bungled the federal response. We should have done, and I don't know what you think he should have done that he didn't do. I guess shut the country down for 6 months. Let everybody die. Maybe you wanted Trump to send, guards like they did in China, welding shut the doors of people's homes so they could just die inside the home, but they won't get COVID. They'll be found dead from hydration and starved to death inside their sealed doors like they did in China, but they didn't get COVID. I know, I'm losing it. I can't help it. Here's Governor Gavin Newsom, one of the tyrants, one of the Democrats that wants you to vote for them. This is what they want you to vote for Democrats in 13 days. So Newsom has said over and over, the federal government, Trump bungled the response, right, to COVID. So what does Trump do? Operation Warp Speed. Let's race round the clock. Pfizer, Lilly, all these companies, 24/7. Let's get a vaccine. We'll get a vaccine. That's what they want, right? Federal response. Oh, not so fast, says Governor Tyrant Newsom.
Just to clarify, are you saying that no COVID-19 vaccine at all would be distributed in California, either through public health or private healthcare systems, until the state reviews and approves it?
Correct. We will review. That's why my advisory committee is up and running. They'll review the assertions. They'll make independent determinations of the veracity and efficacy of these immunizations, these doses.
Got it. So you're not trusting the vaccine because it's coming through the federal government, the FDA, CDC. No. Newsom, Cuomo said the same thing. Heck, Kamala Harris said that the other night, couple weeks ago. If Trump says that there's a vaccine ready, I'm not going to take it. Now the Democrats are now anti-vaxxers. They don't trust the vaccination. And they're going to vet you, because there won't be any bureaucracy with California approving a vaccine, right? That won't take months, maybe a year. Yeah, they don't want, this is what we're facing in 13 days. I haven't even gotten to the Jewish business owner in New York City. Speaking of the insanity here in New York, thank goodness the guy got his phone out. Listen to this, cut 11. Here's this Jewish restaurant owner. He's got a little tiny empty restaurant, middle of the day. There's like 2 tables. You can see it on the video. There's nobody in the restaurant, little tiny restaurant, and he's getting cited by the tyrants in New York. What's he getting cited for? Because he propped the door open, apparently, to let in some air. He caught the whole thing on video.
Because my doors are open, I want to understand.
Look, if you don't want to, you don't need to sign it. I know you're recording me.
That's fine. I'm allowed to record you.
I'm going to give you a copy and then...
You're giving me a ticket because my doors are open, sir?
The charge is spelled out here.
There's nobody sitting in the restaurant. Everything is okay. You're giving me a ticket because my doors are open? What if my store is hot? I'm not allowed to open the door because the store is hot?
Everything is spelled out in the summons. I'm going to give you a copy. And I'm going to read.
Can I have your name, please? Is it in the report? It's rules, but it's not fair that only because my doors are open and I'm getting a violation. You know, I'm struggling here every single day. It's hard for me. And there was nobody inside the store, obviously, because we don't have dine-in. We only have takeout. There was nobody in the store, and I'm only getting a ticket because my doors are open. Can you just please repeat that sentence why I'm getting a violation? Is because I'm operating in a red zone with, what is that?
In the red zone, you're only supposed to do pickup and delivery at the door. Everything's spelled out here in the summons.
So, but I'm doing pickup and delivery. When the guy walked in, I told him to step outside. That was not good enough?
I'm not here to argue. I'm just reporting.
Yep, I'm not here to argue with them. Just here to give you your summons to go to court and pay a huge fine. This poor guy who is struggling, desperate for any income, any revenue he can get, and that's how New York treats a Jewish business owner. Honest to goodness, I never thought I'd live to see the day. You know what? The Jewish community in New York has been treated so horrifically by de Blasio and Cuomo's tyrannical policies. And you know why? With COVID. All bets are off. Be a tyrant because it's COVID. It's an emergency. That's what Cuomo says. It's an emergency. It's what de Blasio said. We can do whatever we want. We'll take away all of your rights. We'll shut down this country. And I guarantee you Biden's going to shut this country down. That's not, again, this is not something off in the distance here. What you just heard with a Jewish business owner getting cited for having a door propped open in an empty little restaurant has already happened. It's here. We are 13 days away from Election Day. Voting has already begun, as you know, in many states. Early person voting in Ohio, Arizona. I need you to go to keepamericaamerica.com. They're going to get you the most trusted, up-to-date voting information. please commit to take one person to the polls, just one. I mean, this is so crucial. You could do a little, do a lot, but we want to get the biggest get out the vote effort in history. I'm so grateful to Job Creators Network for what they've offered and what they're doing. All the tools you need. And if we have this huge get out the vote effort, if we show up, we will win. There's more of us than these disgusting tyrants.